No slacking off allowed in this kickboxing class. Look closely, and you'll see the person leading this class isn't your typical teenager. Masha was paralyzed from the waist down in a car crash. Before she was injured, Masha was always active. Whether it was sports or her own fun and games, she stayed active and fit.
That's when I was little. That's my mom's favorite picture. I was a tomboy all my life, so it was more like I was like climbing trees and stuff, you know. I've been skiing since I was 2 years old. I have my form, I have my style, I have my everything, you know.
After the car crash, Masha vowed her devotion to fitness would not change, even with a grim prognosis.
Like a doctor says this to a 15-year-old. They're like, your spinal cord was smushed like a banana. You're probably never gonna walk again.
Her can-do attitude has served her well.
Keep your other hand up!
She doesn't seem depressed or anything like that. Every time I talk to her, she's never complained, oh my, I can't do this, I can't do that.
And Masha's approach is direct. She can't ski anymore or play soccer, but she focused on finding other activities that work for her.
I really loved karate and stuff like that because, you have like a day at school. And, you're just so mad and you just go in there and you work out so hard that you're so tired that there's nothing else on your mind. Like your mind is completely blank.
Even in a wheelchair, Masha stays active. More active, it seems, than some teens who aren't disabled. Why is it important for everyone to be physically active? What's the best way to stay fit for life? One key is to start exercising at a young age, like these children. And if you keep it up, through adulthood, you can reap the benefits well into your adult years.
Double.
Catherine, Adam, and Asia are among the millions of teens who understand the importance of staying fit.
So I feel like it helps set the standards for when you get older. And I think if we start at a younger age and progressively make students exercise more and more and put a greater emphasis on PE, then students would get the point.
Just getting their other habits now, it's gonna help later on.
In the long run, it'll help them, especially when they're an adult, they'll know how to work out and keep up their shape.
You already should be exercising regularly. But how many teens actually do? Not nearly as many as there should be.
A lot of kids don't work out and they don't do anything. They just go home after school and just sit and watch TV and all that.
Some kids don't get to work out at home and they don't know the importance of it.
Many more kids are sedentary, so they're going straight home and doing sedentary activities that are in the home.
Those activities include video games, IMing, watching television. The fact is, the current generation of teenagers is getting less exercise than their parents did. Experts say that can lead to medical problems down the road. That's why getting into good exercise habits now is so important.
Not only is it good for you, not only is it healthy for kids, prevents cancer, it lowers the risk of heart disease, of diabetes, but it sets the habit for continuing into adulthood because inactive teenagers are much more likely to become inactive adults.
Clearly, there's a need to stay fit. What's the best way to do that? One answer is to find a sport or physical activity that's right for you.
Some people like bike riding. I would say do something that you like to do already. You might be just into watching people play basketball, but pick up the ball, give it a try. You might like doing it. You really have a great variety of things. And if you're not into the whole team sport thing, take up swimming. You don't have to touch anybody. You don't even have to talk. You're just working your body out.
And there are many other activities that will keep you active your whole life, like tennis, hiking, walking, even skateboarding. Dalton started walking and then jogging. He does it with his dad. He started the regimen because he wanted to lose weight, but he had other goals in mind as well.
I want to be able to do more in basketball and be able to ride my bike more and just have a lot more stamina and be like I used to.
Parents are important role models for many things, and that includes fitness.
Well, I hope it really makes a big difference. I'd like to think that I am making a difference to him.
There are some intangible benefits from that too, as far as you being close to your parents, enjoying the same activities as your mom and dad does. Brings families closer together when they can do things as a family and enjoy on a routine basis.
It may be working out with a parent, a friend, even going jogging with your dog. Whatever strategy you choose to keep up your fitness routine, know there are positive implications for your long-term health. Dalton says keeping up his routine will help him into adulthood and beyond.
I come up here every day thinking to myself, like, I don't know how I'm going to make it up the mountain, thinking to myself I can't do it, but I always end up doing it, and I know it'll pay off eventually. It seems far away, but I know if I'll stick with it, it's going to happen.
Exercise isn't just working out or playing sports. If you can, walk up the stairs instead of taking an escalator or elevator. If the weather's cold or rainy, everyday activities, something as simple as vacuuming your house, help keep you active. If the weather's nice, walk to school or ride your bike. Katie does active things like that all the time now, and she says other teens should too.
Have something that's active in your life, even if it means just like walking around your neighborhood or walking to places instead of driving, or like riding a bike to places, or even just like going outside and if you have a basketball hoop, just shooting hoops even if you're no good.
When she was younger, Katie was a self-professed couch potato. But then
I just decided to go play basketball, and I loved it so much. So like I got to exercise, do something I loved. I play basketball year-round now, and I love swimming. And then recently, this year, I started doing cross-country, and I really like cross-country. It's really fun. It like helps you keep like a healthy lifestyle, and also it's just like it's better for you than just to like sit around doing nothing.
Just a little exercise is a wonderful place to start. And starting is sometimes the hardest part of anything. And if you can start there, it's much easier to feel successful at it and build.
And you can build on the small steps gradually to achieve positive results.
It's overwhelming to think about such a big change. And that's why you got to pare it down and make it achievable and start with small successes and let them build on each other. It's easier to add on once you're going.
For Katie, the exercise has had multiple benefits. She got in shape and made new friends. But more importantly, Katie realized that by exercising now, she's paved a road to lifelong fitness.
It's been such a big part of my life that like I can't really see what I would have done without it.
Katie changed her lifestyle from sedentary to active. But teens who become active at an early age sometimes face a different challenge. Listen to these teens talk about what they hope to do as adults.
I want to be a pro football player. I want to be in the NFL.
Maybe later in life we can, try to get to professional or whatever level that we can make it to.
But here are some hard facts. Only 1% of high school athletes get a college scholarship for any sport. And of those, only a small fraction ever makes it in a pro sports league. It's a crushing reality for many teens who may get discouraged and quit the sport completely. Instead of focusing on one sport with a smaller chance of future success, Webb decided to play multiple sports.
Soccer, basketball, football, baseball, diving, and a little bit of swimming.
And the trophies in his room point out his successes. Coaches say branching out like Webb did is the best strategy to maintain your fitness once your high school years are over.
Sometimes variety is the spice of life, especially when you're younger, just to kind of get out there, see what you like, see what you're good at. And if you're not good at anything, then just keep doing something because it keeps you, from sitting in front of the TV all day.
An active lifestyle also can lead to better grades. Experts say it makes sense that physical activity helps teens focus better in the classroom.
When you're involved in physical as well as mental, then the physical helps you. You're calmer, you're more confident.
I think it helps you with other aspects in your life, such as like an exam.
And the benefits can extend beyond the classroom. Studies show that teens who engage in regular physical activity are less likely to become involved with alcohol, drugs, or other risky behaviors.
I think involvement in sports clearly can make a big difference in whether or not that child gets himself into trouble or not.
And we practice every day after school. So there'll be days where I have 2 practices. I mean, I just don't have time to, figure out where I could go to get in trouble.
When your parents were young, physical education classes were standard in high school. Now, thousands of schools across the United States don't require students to take phys ed. But a few offer what may be the next wave in high school PE classes: online phys ed. What exactly is it?
It's a lot more work than just running an hour every day.
I monitor the length of time that they exercise in their target heart zone. And if they don't exercise in their target heart zone, that's affected in a grade.
You have to go online every day, and then you have to work out for an hour after you do your book work.
Marty runs, rides a bike, and lifts weights for her online class. Some days she even goes horseback riding. A portable heart rate monitor measures her cardiovascular activity, and then she downloads the results onto her home computer and sends them to her instructor.
A lot of students enjoy rollerblading. Cycling is very popular with students, and swimming works some of the time.
What Marty does isn't so important. The point is, she's getting her heart rate up and improving her overall fitness. It's been a success so far.
Most students do very well. It takes them a few weeks to adjust to the habits that are necessary to be successful, and once they've adjusted, they do a great job.
For Marty, there's no looking back.
Now I'm gonna keep doing exercises. Like next summer, I might go to the gym in Florida and work out because it made it more fun.
Ultimately, staying fit now will help you stay fit and healthy later in life.
Out and out again.
Muriel is in her 70s now, but she says a lifetime of fitness has made the later years of her life that much better.
Well, the exercise and the dancing that you had an exhibition on, good fun, mentally, physically, socially, lots of fun.
Good, 2 steps. Great fun.
Masha hasn't let her serious injury stop her from keeping fit.
She just picked her life up, picked up the pieces, and just moved right on.
One of the ways Masha did that was through a commitment to her health, which means continuing to exercise despite her injury. Now, she faces a more challenging goal: to walk again someday.
At the hospital, they said you have a 2 to 5% chance of ever walking.
She works toward her goal by staying fit.
And I'm just like, I will. And then there's like, I'm trying to, I want to think, in my mind, I want to think 100% I will.
It's been a struggle, and at times, Masha wanted to give up, but she didn't.
I know I'm going to walk one day because I'm probably one of the most stubborn people in the world, and I always get my way. There you go.
As far as goals go, never set them too low. Always set them high. Believe what you stand for and stand for what you believe. And never let anybody tell you that you can't do something, because it's all up to you. And if you want to do something, you can do anything in the world. Absolutely.
List some steps you can take now to work toward lifelong fitness.